Hello, in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to install XAMPP on your local machine. So, what is XAMPP really? So if you want to run an application based on PHP, you can actually do it locally instead of on the web machine. What you have to do is type in your web browser www.apachefriends.org and you should get this sample website. Obviously, depending on your type of the machine, you choose either Windows, Linux, or OS version. So after clicking Windows download, you get the standard. Let's do it on the desktop. Yeah, you will notice that some of the stuff is in Polish. That's why you might not understand all of it. But hey, I'm going to try to explain everything. If that package would run and will actually download to my machine, you will be able to install it. So let's skip it. So we'll have an installation ready. Right, the package has been just downloaded. So let's open it and install it. Right, we have, obviously they detected my antivirus, and in some cases they've slowed it down or blocked the connection. With Norton 360, which I'm using, is not the case, so we're going to say yes. And important message about missing write permissions, so we cannot actually install it in XAMPP on C program files. We just put it somewhere in the C root file. We just leave the defaults checkboxes over here, even though we don't need Perl or Tomcat. We might still need it for some other projects, so why not just keep it? Just press next. The default, like I said, location for XAMPP is on C root folder, so we're going to use it. Language English, obviously. And we don't want to learn anything about Bitnami, which is a sponsor of XAMPP. So if you are fancy, then yeah, go for it. But we don't have time for this in this tutorial. Right, and start. This may take a while, to be honest, so I'm going to skip the video again. So installation has been finished, and we have a lovely window over here with a checkbox of, do you want to start the control panel? Yes, we do. Let's press finish. Okay, so we have a list of the tools that we can use in XAMPP control panel. So we got Apache, obviously, which we need to have in order to run PHP. So we need to start it. Let's check if the status has been changed to running. No errors whatsoever in this console, so we are fine to go. And let's not forget, even though it's called MySQL, it's actually lying. It's MariaDB, which is a open source based on the MySQL. So let's start it as well. And if we want to check if the default XAMPP is running on our machine, we can either go to the localhost on our web browser. So it will be localhost and the port number, which is that. Right, we can do it manually, or we can just reopen again and press a lovely button called admin. So it redirects to the same page, subfolder dashboard. Let's now go back to the folder that we've installed at XAMPP. So in my case it was C and XAMPP. In here you have a bunch of files. You will need actually to know that most of the files you'll be actually changing would be sitting in htdocs folder. This is actually a public place from where all the projects would start. But you will also notice the PHP folder, MySQL, sendmail, which will be used for sending emails on your local environment, and you also have some of the exe files for control panel. This actually opens the window which I've just shown you, and the XAMPP start and XAMPP stop they're actually single functions for running the Apache with MySQL enabled. With that in mind, let's go and create a sample project. So you will notice that the dashboard is actually a folder inside htdocs, which correspond to the dashboard in the URL. So if you're going to create a new folder called hello, then you will put some kind of let's say, I don't know, home PHP. Let's just put some defaults. So PHP echo hello home. Let's save it. Right. Let's now visit our new project, which is hello home PHP. There you go. We just created a new project, new PHP project, which can be run locally. Few more things to add actually. Let's go back to the dashboard. In order to interact with databases, you want to go to phpMyAdmin. You can actually use this link, or you can actually press an admin button next to the MySQL, which will lead you to phpMyAdmin. In here, you can actually create your own database. Let's say call it hello DB. Let's pick the encoding UTF-8, which has the most broader encoding used elsewhere. We can now create some table. Let's call it sample table with number of columns of 2. We'll have 2 ints. First one would be ID, and another one would be varchar. And let's save it. Now, of course, varchar requires a limit of the characters. So let's press it and save it with upright limit. And there you go. We can actually access this particular hello DB and sample table in our project. We can actually go back to dashboard and check on PHP info. In here you will actually get the PHP versions that we are running, all the other things about MariaDB, Apache configurations, and all the nerdy other stuff. In frequently asked questions, we have some kind of additional questions answered, like how do I send email with XAMPP, for instance. We can XAMPP actually give you a free option to map your existing Gmail or other email accounts, and then just provide a configuration to link to your email. So I think that's it. Thank you for listening.